Hey guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I am one of your fabulous co-hosts, but I am joined by a good friend of mine.
Hey, it's me, LaCresha.
And this is the Unapologetically Honest Show, where we give our unapologetically honest opinion on our favorite television shows. Today, we are reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World Season 1, Episode 2, The RuPaul Ball. So, before we get into it, I have to remind everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead. Let us know if you agree, disagree, and go ahead and subscribe, honey, because our subscribers are climbing. So just come on now, just help us out. And you can always change your mind later, okay?
Just
So,
don't.
LaCresha,
Yes,
what did you think of the episode, the RuPaul Ball?
it was a good episode. It was a pretty decent episode. How do you feel
It
about
was
it?
a decent episode, but honey, I am disappointed by these looks.
That was
There's only
disappointing.
one queen, in my opinion, who nailed all three categories, and we will get to that.
Okay.
Get to that, honey. But
Mhm.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get into it. Are you?
Yes.
Well, let's do it. So let me share this here screeneth upon this dais. All right. So we start off with a little recap. Pangina won the last episode, and she sent home Lemon. So it's after Lemon's elimination, the queens are entering back in the workroom. And here's our weekly photo of Pangina at a drag. So we're sitting here and we're discussing what it was about the lip sync. And Jujubee asked Jimbo, so who'd you pick? And she did pick Jenny Jackay. You know, we were kind of iffy about that last week. But watching the Roscoe's review thing, Jimbo was on it, and Jimbo told everybody then, "Oh, I picked Jandy's." I was like, "Oh, okay." But baby, guess who was not happy about that?
Janie.
As she should.
Mm.
And she's like, "Oh, I see we're doing alliances up in here," and I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
oh."
starting the drama early.
Like the credits just got done, and we already started.
Already.
Already, Jandy was not having it. She's like, "I respect your decision, but now I know when I'm making my decision how I should do things." I'm like, "Oh,
Right.
oh." And here's just a few reactions.
Oh my God, Monique, Miss Mo.
Now, the reason I took this screenshot of Blue Hydrangea because Blue had the conversation me and you had last week. So, did you just hokey pokey that lip sync? And and she was like, "No, I wouldn't do that in front of Mel C and RuPaul." But honey, just thinking, spoiler alert, the lip sync later, she actually did a decent job. So I'm like, where was this last week? You know what I'm saying? So it makes me think, did you throw it on purpose because you really wanted Lemon to go home? Like you weren't going to beat Pangina anyway. But, you could have put up more of a fight like you did this week. You know what I'm
saying? Possibly.
Yeah, but, I was like, okay, Blue, I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm glad we're on the same page. Because he was right. We were all thinking it. We were all
We were all thinking it.
And this is Mo's face after Blue said that. She's like, you know what?
You're right.
You might be on to something here.
Monique.
And I'm just so glad because, looking at the preview for this week, I really thought they were going to make Mo the villain. Oh, I'm so glad they didn't do that. But the way next week episode finna look, I think BAGA finna be the villain. I'm like, what is going on, honey? But anyway, Mo was adding some things up. She's like, you know what? The math is mathing. The math is mathing, honey. So, I took screenshots of Michelle and Alan. Didn't realize I did that. This is the next day in the workroom, and baby Jenny was still on it. Oh, also, I took the screenshot to show off the repeater badge in person.
Yes.
But Jenny was still on it. She's like, so now that you're the only girl from Canada, you're going to start judging fairly? I'm like, damn.
She just would not get off her neck.
Everybody's face. And look at Jimbo living for the drama because Jimbo said, I'm here for good TV.
Right?
So Jimbo knows. Everybody else is like, but Jimbo's like, yes, Yes, this is gonna be a moment. This is gonna make the episode.
Yes, give it to me. I want it all.
This is Jimbo, the producer,
Yeah.
and everybody else is like, "Oh my god!" And Mo's like, "So we still doing this?" Okay. So yeah, Jenny
Trying to make good TV, man. Trying to make good TV.
trying to make good TV.
We need a season 2.
So I pulled this out because you know what Mo said about the puffy sleeves. She said it was giving her very first time in drag, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But see, this is where it switched because Jenny didn't even take it personal. She's like, you know what? I respect somebody who tells me how they feel to their face and not try to sugarcoat it and tell me, oh, you're doing good, honey.
Yeah.
No, tell me straight up that I'm not doing well. And I
Right.
appreciate that. I'm gonna respect you for that. I'm not sure if that's just something they do in Holland. They're straightforward like that, but she liked that from Mo, and I'm
I
like,
think that's just in life, period.
Yeah.
Like it might hurt my feelings for a little bit, but I
well,
prefer
tell
for
me,
somebody to be
don't let me walk out here looking like a fool when you could have told me
that part.
because that's gonna make me feel even worse. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
So we get our first Rue mail. You know, same outfit as all the other seasons from last year. But then again, this was originally supposed to air last year, so I'm gonna shut up. Apparently, they pushed it back because they found out BBC Three was coming back to TV, and they're like, "Oh, this will be great for, you know, to bring the network back to the television." I'm like, "Okay, I get it, but girl, I really wanted it last year." But we had a lot going on, and if they would have done this last year, I think we would have like 4 seasons going at one time, and that's just a little too much.
That's a whole lot, man.
Like, I really hope they keep it to where we have 2 seasons going on at a time, no more than 3. 3's pushing it. And when Dragula comes, y'all just do 2 seasons because we're going to be doing that in.
Right, because the only time I'm gonna have some free time is over the summer.
My Lord. And I think we've mentioned it before. I think we mentioned it in our end of the year reviews. It was nice. Those 2 weeks when there wasn't any Drag Race.
Oh, yes. It was lovely.
It made me miss the show. I'm like, see, you don't have to give us much of a break. Just give us one.
Right. Give us at least a week between seasons.
Something. But as long as you keep 2 seasons, maybe 3, depending on what the seasons are.
In the summer, you can do 3. In the summer.
For right now, just keep.
But for the spring, in the fall, no.
And see, the winter is when I think they're going to start doing that again. But we got to discuss Drag Race España. I'm gonna pull up the stuff for that probably for another video. Y'all check out for that. Make sure you subscribe so that you can see our video on that. They revealed the judges are staying the same for España, and that the cast reveal is going to be on the 20th of this month. But you need to look at Supreme's photo because baby, I don't know who's doing Supreme makeup this season.
But they own it this year.
You know, last season she was kind of boxy. But this season, I don't know who's doing it. But Supreme's face is right. But anyway, back to UK versus the world. Got a little excited there. So RuPaul enters the workroom and tells everybody that this week's challenge is the RuPaul Ball.
Yeah, so RuPaul.
Yes, the categories for this ball is Kitty Girl, Butch Queen, and you wear it well, which is a look they have to make themselves, and it has to be a look that RuPaul would wear.
Yes.
I want to point that out there. A look that RuPaul would wear.
Yes.
So they go get their materials, and right off the back, Cheryl cuts her thumb. I'm like, girl, like you just got the fabric over there. You didn't cut yourself?
Yes.
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
That part.
This is why
I should have worn my sweatshirt.
Goodness gracious, but that was a little funny moment. Cheryl is basically doubting herself. Like you see it a lot in this episode. Like honestly, seeing this episode really makes me think Cheryl probably decided to come back a little too soon. More time in the pot. And also I found out Estina Mandela from season 2 of UK supposed to be on the show. but she had a family emergency right before they started shooting, and she pulled out, and they casted Cheryl in her replacement.
Oh.
But can you imagine Estina?
Oh.
Oh, honey.
Okay, so that's finally a contender I have for season 2.
Yeah, if you ever make your list.
Like I said, I'm starting it now.
But anyway, yeah, you could really see Cheryl doubting herself. And I'm like, come on, Cheryl, you got this. And it really, they shoot the confessionals after they shoot the episode. So hearing her doubt so much in these confessionals, like, she's going home, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's on herself hard. Especially on the runway when she was doing her look. She's like, this is the ugliest look ever on Drag Race. I'm like, yeah, she's going home. She is ranking too hard on herself. And even Mo was like, honey, get it together. But anyway, I took this here screenshot because Bag of Chips got on every nerve I had this episode.
And I don't blame you. Everyone.
But anyway, RuPaul comes in to do the walkthroughs. They all had a cute little moment.
Mm-hmm.
Then BAGA pulls a Aiden Zane. Then BAGA pulls a Tyra Sanchez and decides to take a nap in the middle of the walkthrough.
Oh, God.
Are you freaking kidding me? RuPaul is literally across the workroom talking to the international queens.
Mm-hmm.
And you taking a nap?
I don't know.
This episode made it very clear that they're going to carry BAGA to the finale.
That part.
Because there's no, I know we ain't even there yet, but there's no way those 3 looks she put on that runway shouldn't have got her in that bottom.
That part.
And I guarantee you, after this type of behavior, I guarantee you Janny would have sent her home. Janny Jacquet would have sent that ass home doing all this.
Yep.
And they knew that, so they kept her away from that bottom. And part of me feels like she knows she's being saved. She's like, I'm going to do whatever I want. I know I'm going to the finale. It's called UK versus the world for something. That's the vibe she gave me this episode. And if this is what she's going to continue to give the rest of the season,
mm-hmm.
I couldn't have been there because, baby, if she does fall on that bottom, BAGA. Straight up.
I don't care. She did better than the other one. BAGA.
I do not care.
BAGA.
The other one could have been in the bottom 6 times in a row. BAGA.
BAGA.
I would have pulled her lipstick faster than God, what's her name? Kennedy Davenport pulled Milk's lipstick. Baby, RuPaul said, who you said? Milk. She didn't even give a chance for RuPaul to finish. Milk. That would have been me. BAGA. Oh, she pissed me off this episode. It looks like she's finna piss me off in the next episode too, but let's continue on.
Yep.
We had a really important conversation about gender identity between these 3 right here, especially Blue, discussing how they never fit in one binary, whether if it was male or female. And at one point they thought they were trans, and they were just going through all these things because they felt so confident being Blue. And Cheryl said that was something that she went through as well, especially when you grow up so timid and very, unsure of yourself. You create this persona, and now you're this larger than life person. You're like, wait, is this who I really am, or is this just a side of me?
Right.
So again, UK is the best when it comes to having these conversations. So I'm glad to see that in UK versus the world. I really am. I did not take a screenshot of Jimbo. Why didn't I take a screenshot of Jimbo?
I have no idea.
Well, we'll say Jimbo's on the screen right now before we talk about this cute moment. Jimbo got emotional after the walkthrough with RuPaul. And at first I was kind of confused, but I'm like, Jimbo, girl, what's going on? I just realized, I was sitting there and I realized Jimbo was finally getting the validation that she should have got on her season of Canada's Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to be real about it, you know, I do not think Jimbo was robbed, but there were several times I feel like the judges were harsh on her for no reason.
That part.
So to be validated by RuPaul, the one who started this whole franchise, I got it. I didn't get it at first, but you know, towards the end of the episode where they were having that banter back and forth, and I'm like, okay, I get it now. Jimbo can honestly be their authentic self and be appreciated for it.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Okay, all right, Jimbo. I already loved you, girl, but that just made me love you even more.
Yeah.
That just made me love Jimbo even more. Now, this is a cute moment here. Jenny Jacquet had to completely restart on her outfit. And Mo came in and basically was like, oh, girl, use this right here. Then use this fabric here so you can have a cute look. This was a nice moment, especially after the last episode where it kind of looked like they were trying to make Mo the villain.
The villain.
It was nice to see this other side. And
the nice side.
And what she did helped Jenny to the victory.
Basically. Obviously.
So it was nice to see this side of Mo. I wish, you know, she would have chose better with that first look, but we gon' get into it. All right. Again, Pangina had to finish BAGA's look.
Bro. And then later on in the episode, I did this myself.
No, the fuck you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh, trust me. Normally we don't talk about Untucked. Baby, I got screenshots from Untucked. We gonna talk about that delusion. Like, oh my. But yeah, Pangina sat there and did finish the outfit for her. She was like, I didn't want nobody to look bad. I'm like, honey, you got to remember, this is a competition.
That part.
And of anybody, you should know that you're a judge. You send people home on the regular. So this shouldn't, I know it's different. You're actually in the workroom. You're seeing everything that's going on, honey. But at the same time, I would let her think herself. I would have. Especially taking a nap. Oh, you're going to, baby, I would have turned into Brita Filter. I know you're not sleeping over there. I know you ain't. Not on Beyonce's internet. No, you're not.
Not on RuPaul's couch.
I done flew over this pond and you sleep on the couch. No. I had to go get a passport and you sleep on this couch? No.
In a panorama?
No, in the middle of a panini. No. Get your ass up. Oh,
had to quarantine for 2 weeks. This whole thing usually takes 6. Had to film it in 10.
Oh, but yeah, I couldn't have been there because I would have went off. Y'all thought Britta did the most on Aiden. I would have went in on BAGA, and I would never let it go. And like I said, as soon as I get the chance, BAGA. They'll be like, why you sitting home? She was asleep on episode 2. Desmond, this episode 8, and
everybody else done rescued her, but she need to go.
No. Hey, but let's get to this main stage because we got 24 looks to go through. So let's push it. First, thank you, RuPaul. I was worried about this season. I ain't gonna lie to you. Your look last week worried me. But this is nice. I like this. It ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's cute.
Showing the other leg.
I know, right? She usually shows her right leg. This time she got a left leg out. But I'm like, okay, this is something different. It's cute. I like it. The shoe, you love that shoe, don't you, Ru?
That's such an ugly shoe.
It is, but everything else, I like. I like it.
Yeah, it looked like somebody just took a piece of fabric, draped it on there, and was like, I'm gonna make some folds here. I'm gonna put a little ruffle there. Let me iron it out real quick. So, dress.
Yep. All right, so let's get over the judges real quick. We got Michelle Visage, looking lovely as always. Alan Carr, my favorite of the two. And then Daisy Mae Cooper. I didn't know who this woman was, but can she come back? Can she come back? She was so entertaining. She was so funny. The banter between her and Michelle was A1.
Yes.
I was like, I liked her. And like, I think I've seen her in something. I forgot to look it up while I was waiting. I forgot to look up. I think I've seen her in something. I think I have. But yeah, come back anytime, Daisy May. Loved it. Loved it. And I love how all the I feel like all the judges are gonna be from the UK.
Yeah.
And you know, when I first heard the idea of UK versus the world, I thought they were gonna get, you know, different judges from around the world, different lip sync songs from around the world. But it looks like it's gonna be UK judges with UK songs minus this week's, but it made sense with what the category was. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to RuPaul. So the first category of the night is Kitty Girl. So what would you have done for the category Kitty Girl?
So at 1st,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'll go for one of Rue's like ruby red type looks. And I was like, oh yeah. But then I saw everybody else's interpretation of it, and I was like, oh, to be a cat.
Well, I considered it was like that because remember, we had one for All Stars 4. We had a Kitty Girl runaway for All Stars 4.
Right.
Which I'm shocked they reused it so soon. But anyway, continue.
So then I was like, oh, okay. So then I looking through, I was like, well, which ones didn't they use? And they were talking Tigger for Jimbo. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that didn't look like Tigger to me.
It had the colors, but we'll get to it. It was cute though.
But I was like, now see, if I was gonna do it and I was gonna do Tigger, then I probably would have actually did Tigger.
Well, you know, I got a picture of what I would have done.
Of course. I figured. I was like, oh, watch, he's gonna do something from Cats.
I was torn between Mr. Mistopheles and Grisabella, but I'm like, you know what? As a child, I love the Rum Tug Tugger and I love Mr. Mistopheles, but as an adult, I relate to this bitch. Baby, I remember, I think it was like 2015. I was like, if the memory of Cats popped back in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I love this as a kid. I had the VHS, et cetera, et cetera. So I looked on Amazon, I found the DVD for $5. I'm like, heck yeah. So I bought it and I'm watching it and I'm jamming to Mr. Mistopheles and I'm jamming to the Rum Tug Tugger and all the other fun things going on. But when Miss Ma'am walked up on the screen, I'm like, oh yeah, I hated her as a kid. But then she sang Memory and I'm like, you know what? I relate to this whole now. As an adult, I relate to you. Okay. So when I heard Kitty Girl, when I heard the category was Kitty Girl, this was the very first, my look would have been inspired by this wonderful person right here. She was wonderful.
Because see, my other one was the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that would have been fun. That would have been cute. But that was kind of similar to what BAGA did.
But see, but the funny thing is when BAGA came out, I was like, okay, it kind of looks like Cheshire Cat, but it also kind of reminds me of Cats.
But yes, this is the look I would have done, hands down. It would have been inspired by, because you know they get funny if you do an exact copy. So mine would have been inspired by. Yes. All right, so let's get into these looks. Up first is Pangina Heels. Now, when she first came out, I'm like, I don't see Kitty. But then she revealed to this. I'm like, okay.
Now I see Kitty.
I see the cat now. This was cute. Nothing too crazy. Honestly, I was really disappointed in this ball. I can't speak for you, but for me, I was really disappointed in this ball. And there's only one person I truly felt like knocked every category out the park. But yeah, I was really disappointed. But this look was okay. This was cute. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was cute. Okay. It was a little slightly off-putting, but cute.
Yeah. Up next is Jenny Jacquet. And I agree with Michelle. If she didn't have those ears, I would not have got Kitty.
I wouldn't have got Cat either.
But here's the thing. I love the video for Dark Horse by Katy Perry. Yes. So like I caught the reference. So I might have still would have been like, okay, I can see where she got Cat from because that video was sickening. But yeah, this is still a cute look. I enjoyed this look. But yeah, it didn't really scream Cat to me.
No.
The category was Egyptian Princess. Yes, work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still gonna give it a 2. I'm still going to give it a 2, but yeah, it was just okay. Anything you want to add to it?
Nope.
Okay. Up next is Cheryl Ho. Out of her 3 looks, this was my favorite. And that's not saying much.
No.
But this one is cute. I don't want to say it's bad. Like, it's the only 2 I'm going to give her of the night. But it's just...
I'm going to be honest. I didn't get Marie from Aristocats until they were like, oh, yeah, it's Marie from Aristocats. And I was like, oh, and then I got it.
I got it. And I think only because I've been seeing a lot of the smash and pass on TikTok when it comes to the Disney characters. And Marie would be popping up. And I'm like, okay. So like, that's the only reason why Marie is fresh on my mind.
Right.
But yeah, this was cute. When I say Jujubee disappointed me today.
The whole thing.
Jujubee disappointed me so much.
That part.
And it's just like,
I think she tired. Baby, look. And I know you said every time they call you gonna come, but you might need to sit out a couple of them.
Here's my thing. Like, I completely understand they were in the middle of a panini trying to get this stuff together. I don't know how long they had to get their looks together, and plus they had to prepare to fly to the UK. I understand all these things coming too, but just you seen what everybody else brought, and I'm like, well, they were able to make it work with the circumstances that she had the same circumstances, and it's right. Like, I want to root for you, Jujubee, but you really let me down this episode.
You're making it hard, baby.
No, I still love her.
No, not hard to love, just hard to root for you.
Oh, honey, I'm still rooting hard.
I
am. She's, and it looks like next week she's going to redeem herself. But anyway.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so too. But yeah, it's just
this is versus the world. Like, this is not the time to play.
But who was it? Was it Blue when they were in the Untucked talking about, wait, is this your... No, it was Mo. But what if this is your strategy to throw us off your scent? Now think about it. You All Stars 5. She started off that season pretty rough, if you remember.
Yeah.
And then she picked it up and started coming for the girls. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, could she be doing it again? But I'm like, it almost got your ass sent home this time. You better bring it next episode. Remember, there's only 6 episodes.
Right.
You better bring it next episode. If you don't bring it next episode, I'm gonna feel bad because this will be the first time you never make it to the finale. And it was just, ooh, Lord. But yeah, I love you, Juju. And hopefully your other looks are great. Maybe she didn't think all 3 of these would end up being in the same, category, in the same
together.
ball.
Yeah.
So she was like, damn it, these are the 3 looks that are gonna be part of the ball. But yeah, we're gonna move forward to Jimbo. Yeah, they were mentioning the Tigger reference. Like, I kind of see it, but not really. But I love this look though.
Yeah, it was a good look for her. She don't even look like herself.
And Jimbo's the only person, in my opinion, who understood the assignment when it came to all 3 categories. And it makes sense why she won, in my opinion.
Yeah. Because
she checked each box when all the other queens probably checked 1 or 2 of the boxes. If we're going to be real. Like, this was really a Jimbo-centered episode. And with next week being the Rouge School, I am worried for Jimbo.
Like, see, she got her redemption. Now we're going to kick her out.
Jimbo goes home next, I'm going to be gagged.
That's all of Canada gone.
Like, I'm going to be gagged because I'm like, that means somebody would have to pull a strategic move because Jimbo's clearly the front runner.
So, yeah, right now, yeah.
So if Jimbo goes home next episode, whoever pulls that plug, I'm gonna respect them because you know how I told you the way I switched up my gameplay. Like, at first I would play fair, and then towards the end I would start pulling moves. Well, honey, episode 3 is halfway through the competition. There's only 6 episodes.
Right.
So if I was at the top and I saw Jim on the bottom, I might not.
Yeah.
If she done had 2 wins, I might not have another chance to get this whole out. But we're just speaking into the future. Well, we have to wait and see. But this is a cute look. Moving on to BAGA Chips, the only look of the night of hers I liked. I thought this was really cute. I have to give her this one. I'm like, okay, this is much better. Much better. So what did you think of this look?
Like I said, it reminded me of slightly of Cheshire Cat, a lot of cats. Those are contagious, though.
I apologize, honey. It's been a day and a half.
Who you telling?
I don't see the cats reference. I see the cashmere cat. I see that, but I don't see where you get cats from this.
And probably the makeup.
Okay, if we're looking at makeup, I can see. But I'm looking at the outfit and I'm like, I watch cats on the regular, honey.
Right. There ain't nothing that bright in cats.
Ain't nothing that bright or that fluffy, except for old Deuteronomy. I'm sorry. But yeah, cute look. Blue hydrangea, girl, what is this?
I don't know.
And people online were gagged that Blue was safe, honey. Did you see this look?
And
did you see her final look? We'll get to that one. But I didn't like this. Like I said, I was really disappointed in this ball. I love a ball challenge, honey. I was really disappointed in this ball.
Like everybody.
Yeah, this was not good.
This could have been executed a lot better.
The execution could have been extremely better, especially with the Luna reference from Sailor Moon. Oh,
right.
Oh, you know how much I love Sailor Moon.
Because she could have went full on cat suit without the fur.
And I was wondering how she was going to do it this time because, she was on All Stars 4 when we had the last Kitty Girl runway. And she did that. Remember, she did the Puss in Boots.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, I bet she's going to slay it again. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so it's time for the second category, which is Butch Queen. So what would you bring for Butch Queen?
Well, since that obviously wasn't out at the time, but since it's out now, I'd have been Luisa from Encanto.
Oh, that would be cute. That would be real. But say if you were packing for this last year, they shot this last year before Encanto.
Right
now, what would you have brought in for a Butch Queen reference?
Butch Queen. Let me think on it.
When you think on that, and don't think I ain't forgot about the one from regular Drag Race.
I don't forgot.
I'll tell you later, Jesus. All right, so here is my reference photo for Butch Queen, the late great China.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
I would have recreated her Judgment Day 2001 attire, peacock feathers and all. I think I probably would have put on wrestling like boots, elbow pads, knee pads. I would have gave you the full China realness.
Full China realness.
I would have had the Jimbo breastplate on because China had some big bazookas.
Some big bazookas.
Some big bazookas. And I probably would have had a fake. Of course, I couldn't do the WWE Women's Championship because copyrights and whatnot. But
you'd have made it a RuPaul one.
I would have had a RuPaul styled championship, and I would have gave you China realness. China realness.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Patrick Swayze.
Who?
Patrick Swayze from Tu Wong Fu.
Let's get into these looks. First is Pangina Heels. I thought this was cute. I'm like, okay. At first, I'm like,
what?
I was confused, but once she explained, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Butch Queen out hunting.
I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Cute, cute.
That part.
Jenny Jacquet, I love this.
Her orange is the new black.
She walked out. I immediately knew what she was doing. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess she was trying to channel some Ruby Rose. She probably should put like a fake tattoo or something on her face.
Oh, she should have put some fake tattoos on her neck.
Yes.
Oh, that would have been like the cherry on top of this great look.
Yes, because Ruby Rose was trade.
You know,
even though she's a female.
Black.
Huh?
You know, I never finished Orange is the New Black.
I never started, but I still fangirled over Ruby Rose. I follow her on Instagram.
I don't particularly care for Ruby Rose, but we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Let's.
I don't know what that is. I didn't get Butch Queen from that. I didn't get Butch Queen from that either. I own Mall and everything in it, and I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
Like I said, Jujubee really let me down this episode. She really did.
I'm not sure what she was expecting.
Motherfucking Jimbo. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You know, I will admit that I appreciate her drag a lot more on this platform than I did when she was on Canada. On Canada, she looked extremely messy.
Yeah,
but
it's
here,
polished now. It's polished now. The makeup is better. The outfits are better. I think she went home, saw how she looked on TV. She's like, if I ever do this again, I'll be damned if I look like that.
Yes.
So I think she even mentioned last episode that she improved on her makeup skills. And this is everything I need. Normally, I don't like the chaps, but honey, this works for me. 2 snaps and a kiss. I love it. What you think? What did you think of this look?
I loved it.
Like I said, she's the only.
She gave me some greaser vibes.
Like I said, she's the only one who understood the assignment for all 3 categories. Just saying. Bag of shit. I mean, a bag of chips.
I didn't get military person from that. I got brownie. I got Girl Scout.
Blue hydrangea. Yes, ma'am.
I liked this. It was good.
This. I'm like, you better give me Freak Show.
Yes, 1920.
I love a reference that I didn't see coming, and I didn't see this coming. The rest of them, I was like, okay, I'm not. This straight gags me. I'm like, come on, Blue.
Hey.
Oh, Blue did this. Blue, excuse the train, y'all. Blue did this. Blue did that. Anything else you want to add to this?
Oh, another one would have been the bearded lady.
Well, she kind of went with that with the mustache.
Right.
She did the mustached lady.
Yes. But I like it. And then she bent the thing at the end. Yeah.
Again, I apologize for the train, and it doesn't help that I have my window open too, so it's like even louder than normal. So I apologize for that.
This is your fault, friend.
What? I wanted to open up the window and let the coolness in.
It's cold enough.
If I could stand up and give this a...
Yes. I loved it.
You know how I am about Cameo. You know how I am. So when she walked out, I'm like, it's the candy. I turned immediately up. I'm like, yes! Because this is my favorite outfit of the night. This was it for me. I'm like, thank you, Monique. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. This was everything I needed.
The handlebar mustache.
It was all right.
She pulled the chaps off show her little booty.
It was all right for me.
The walk. Oh my God, did you see the walk?
Oh, it was so good. It was all so good.
I'm sorry if I look crazy in your cameras. Yeah.
It was all so good. You just don't understand how much I love this. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes. it's like oh, I love.
Boom, 90s R&B glam rock.
I loved every piece of this outfit. This will go down as one of my favorite looks ever.
He said,
Ever. Like she did this for me. Oh, this was good. Okay. And then the final category is you wear it well. A look that RuPaul would want to wear.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it. Up first is Pangina Heels. I like this look, but where's the bottoms? Like, where's the pants, the skirt, like the dress? If you wasn't spending so much time helping BAGA, you could have made you a skirt.
Right.
And I want to give her extra kudos because she hand stitched this whole thing. I'm like, word, it takes a little bit longer to hand stitch.
Oh, yeah. Unless you've been doing it for a while. Yeah.
And Pangina mentioned in her walkthrough that she learned to sew right before coming to the show.
Ooh.
So for her to hand stitch that, amazing. I just wish there was a skirt, a pant, a dress, something on the bottom half of the outfit. Because if we just look at this, stunning. Stunting. It's still a toot, but honey, where's the rest of the outfit? Okay.
Yeah, because at the very least, there would have been like a panel in the front and then a bodysuit underneath.
Because this top is very RuPaul. Like, we've seen this silhouette on RuPaul before.
Yes.
But yeah, we just need the rest. Up next is Jenny Jacquet. Again, I love this one too. She walked out and I'm like, if you don't come out here and give us that jealous of my boogie RuPaul, I'm like, this was RuPaul when RuPaul's Drag Race first started.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I was like, all right, she's doing a little something.
She said, I'm gonna show you BITCHs. I don't know what she thought.
This was RuPaul's face when Cheryl came out.
It would have been my face too. Why did you think I would want to wear something like that?
That part. Up next is Jujubee. This was actually a really cute outfit.
It was.
It's just a little bit longer here in the front.
That part.
The crotchal area.
I think either because it doesn't look hemmed. I'm assuming she like ripped it and then it just kept ripping.
Yeah, well, we know Jujubee doesn't sew. This is her fourth time. We know she can't sew, but for her not to be able to sew, this was really cute, and this is something I can see RuPaul wearing.
Yes.
And like I said, I wish that front was a little bit lower so we didn't see the crotchal area, but this was really cute. This almost redeemed those really bad first two runways, but not enough for me. Not enough.
Close, but no cigar.
Come on, Joe Black. Up next is Jimbo. Baby, if this ain't RuPaul's outfit, girl, why was you in RuPaul's closet?
That part. Look, got the right leg showing and everything.
Everything. I was like, it's RuPaul's gonna take. If we don't see this on season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race next year, this was a wasted opportunity, honey.
Heck, it was filmed last year. We might see it on this season.
Wait, hold on. They shot UK versus the world. Yeah, before season 14. So there's a possibility. Yeah, because they shot Down Under, UK 3, this, then they came back to the States, shot US 14, and then the rumored all winter season.
Yes.
Which, little spoiler, they're actually shooting Down Under as we are speaking.
Yeah.
Yes, they're in New Zealand right now shooting.
Yay.
Yeah, they found out because Michelle Visage posted on her stories that she was in New Zealand. They're like, uh-oh. So we know they're shooting season 2. Bag of chips.
Who made the joke of the only person I know that can wear a corset and still have no body?
Mo said it. Mo was on it this episode. Mo was on
She
it.
was.
I don't understand how she wasn't in the bottom.
I get Hog Queen from Bag of Chips.
This episode really made it clear that they're going to carry her to the finale. Because I imagine she's going to do good in the challenges, but her runways are going to be shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if let's
I mean, it's a RuPaul silhouette, and I'm pretty sure we've seen that. But like literally what she did was she went up to the mannequin, she draped it, she pinned it a couple of places and was like, oh, I'll sew it later. And then Pangina was like, are you gonna do anything? Oh yeah, I'll do it eventually. And Pangina was like, well, look, if you do it, you need to do here, 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 here. And then Pangina just finished it.
Bag of Chips is an example of white privilege.
Mm.
I guarantee you if Mo would have done this, she would have got sent home. I guarantee you if Pangina would have done this, she would have got sent home.
Yep.
I guarantee you if Jujubee done this, she would have got sent home. At least she did a little something with hers. She did a little something. This is way better.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot better than that.
Blue hydrangea. This was cute, but I don't really see RuPaul wearing this.
Yeah, I don't either. But it was cute.
Like, it's cute. But I don't see RuPaul wearing this at all.
Mm-mm.
And then Mohart. And I agree with the judges when it comes to this look. You can see where she's going with it.
Right.
And where she's going with it, RuPaul would wear it. But what we got in front of us was not it.
Yeah.
But you still did a decent job. I give it a soft 2, like a really soft one. Really
soft.
Like soft.
And we didn't get anything about Green being Michelle's.
I was expecting something from Michelle, which she probably did say something. They probably edited it out. But I was really expecting to hear something. I hate this color.
Right. But you know what? I think Moden just decided this is going to be my color. Maybe she saw how I can't remember the queen's name because I'm tired. The All-Star season we just finished.
All-Star 6?
Yeah.
Did anybody wear green?
No, but they wore purple out the whole time. Raja. I knew it was an R.
All right. So out of all the looks that they constructed themselves, which one is your favorite?
Jimbo.
I would have to say Jimbo as well. But RuPaul announces that Bag of Chips and Blue Hydrangea is safe. Do you agree with these two being safe?
Not necessarily.
I am 100% okay with Blue being safe.
I'm okay with Blue being safe.
Not okay with BAGA being safe.
That part.
Like, even in her face, she's like, I'm safe. And I bet she gets worse now because she's like, oh, they're going to let me make it. Okay. But our tops this week was Pangina, Jenny Jacquet, and Jimbo. Our bottoms this week were Cheryl Ho, Jujubee, and Monique Hart.
Would you really consider Monique a bottom?
I'm going to say yes because they didn't like her final outfit. And to me, that final outfit is like...
the one that sticks with you the most.
And to me, I feel like it should be more judgment should be based off the final outfit.
Because that's the one you made.
Yeah, that's the one you made. And that's what ultimately it is a design challenge.
Right.
So like I would say 60% of my judging would be on that final one, and then like 20% on the first two. But most of my judgment and my critique, my way I would level them out would be on what did you make? Because that was the challenge, to make something RuPaul would wear. And plus, when I looked online, somebody keeps track of the track records on their Drag Race wiki. They placed Monique low because I was kind of confused about it first. But I got to be honest, 2 of her 3 looks I didn't really care for.
Right.
So I'm just
yeah. Okay, I see it now.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, she's I'll give her low. I'll say low.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like Bag of Chips should be in Mo's place.
That part.
Because same for Bag of Chips. I liked Mo's looks. They were just not up to par. I didn't like two of Bag of looks. So honestly, I feel like Bag of should be up here in the place of Mo in the bottom. But the rest of this I agree with based off of what was presented. Because like I said, this ball was not my favorite. So based off of what we did get, I'm okay with the top placements being Jenny Jacquet, Pangina Heels, and Jimbo. But it was announced that Jenny Jacquet and Jimbo were the winners of this week's challenge. Do you agree with them two being the winner?
Yeah, I guess.
I agree with Jimbo. I also agree with Jenny Jacquet, just because Pangina's final look wasn't finished, in my opinion.
That part.
So I'm like, it was Jenny Jacquet and Jimbo. Like I said, Jimbo understood the assignment. She nailed all three categories. All three categories. I had no doubt that Jimbo was going to get her second win. And then I was kind of like, well, who could be up there with her? And I'm like, well, maybe Jenny, because she had three decent looks. Maybe Pangina, but her outfit wasn't finished. And they really said something about that. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, these are your top two, with Cheryl Ho and Jujubee being in the bottom two. Honestly, I believe it should be Cheryl Ho and Bag of Chips in the bottom two.
Same.
Because although I dislike two of Jujubee's looks, what she made for the runway is miles and miles better than what BAGA half made.
Draped.
So we go back for the Queen's Liberations, and Jujubee is basically like, this is my fourth time, and I there's good juju and bad juju, and it's just like, because there's three ways I look at this. First one, she's been here 4 times. At this point, honestly, she's just here for shits and giggles.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what they're saying. I'm just going to look like I'm just here to do whatever.
I'm filler.
Yeah, the other part of me is like, this is her 4th time. She's probably like, I'm really doing this again. Like, I'm really here. I'm really trying, and it's just like, girl, what's going on? And then the other one is what Mo said. Is this strategic? Is this a plan? Is she finna make y'all think she's not a problem?
And then come back and be a big problem.
And then bam, I'm sending you hoes home.
That part.
So I don't know. We got to wait and see how Juju's storyline continues to progress. The delusion that is Bag of Chips.
Why are we here?
This is a nice shot of her, though.
It is
a nice screenshot. But we've said enough. The delusion is wild.
That really ticked me off. Like, I think that's what woke me up after falling asleep watching this twice. Was literally the fact that she was like, they loved my outfit, and I made this all by myself, and then they panned to Pangina.
And Pangina, now we don't know if Pangina said nothing or not, but let's just say she didn't, because that's what they showed us. Maybe I'll be like, you made that by yourself?
Ma'am. No, you did not.
Do we need to remind you about literally 12 hours ago? I was helping you finish that? So you did that by yourself. Like, I was literally stoning your damn dress.
That part.
Because it was literally just plastic wrapped around that damn
mannequin.
Oh, that made me mad. But anyway, we get back to the main stage. RuPaul says, don't fuck it up. And they lip sync to Supermodel, the LA Toya Jam version. Now, I had a feeling it was going to be a RuPaul song, because it's the RuPaul ball. Like, okay, we're going to have a RuPaul song. And then when I heard Supermodel, I'm like, oh my God, we're getting Supermodel again. We're finally getting, and then he said LA Toya Jam. I'm like, huh? And I'm like, is that weird remix you put on your last album? Which is not. This is because
this sounds like house music.
It really was, but it was a cute little lip sync. And Jimbo was actually giving a little something.
She was trying. I like the fact that she made a skirt shorter.
And I took screenshots of the other queens as well, because everybody was, you better work. Cover girl,
Right.
work it, girl. Give a twirl. Do your thing on the runway. Even Michelle was getting into it. That song is so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's some weird house mix, I'm just sitting there like, Shantae, no sachet, Shantae. I was just like, but overall, this was a really cute lip sync. But I do agree that Jenny Jacquet won. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, she did a little bit more than Jimbo did, but at least Jimbo was trying this time.
Even these two were living over there. Like, I know we up for elimination, but sachet, Shantae. That would be me. That would be me. I could be in the bottom. Let the song be a bop. You're gonna see me over there like Shantae. Living my best life over there. But yeah, they're going around. But yeah, this was a better lip sync than last week.
Definitely.
Especially from Jimbo. But maybe this death drop was too funny.
At the very end, slowly going down.
I think she was trying to go for the funny at the end to see if she could get the win.
Right.
And I think RuPaul almost fell for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think RuPaul almost fell, but she's like, you tried to get me, girl. I respect that. But Jenny Jacquet won the lip sync. So she won a golden repeater badge, and the bottom queens come back on the main stage. So if you were Jenny Jacquet in this moment, who would you have sent home?
I probably would have sent home Cheryl Ho too.
Yeah. I would have.
That outfit is atrocious.
I would have sent home Cheryl because at this time I'm still kind of playing fair, and I'm like, she's my U.S. sister, but also Cheryl did bad. So
right.
I'm going to send her home. But like I said, let it be episode 3 and on. Oh, I'm playing strategically. I'm sending the Jujubee.
Who is a threat?
Because if you want to be smart, get Jujubee out now because Jujubee can slay it.
Yes.
But like I said, I will still be playing fair. So Jenny Jacquet made her decision and she chose Cheryl Ho. So unfortunately, Annie Ho is not a goal on this season, and she has to get on out of here. Bye, Huns. Next week on RuPaul's Drag Race UK's versus the World, we're having a musical, the West Indies, the comeback. Now, I'm not familiar with the West End Wendy's, but from my understanding, ain't the West End their version of Broadway?
Yes.
Okay. So, what's the Wendy's like? Is that
that I don't know?
Okay.
I was like, are we talking about the food, the restaurant?
So, like anybody from the UK who's watching, let us know down below. Like, what's Wendy's? Is that like a reference for something? Let us know, honey, so we can be educated on the situation.
Yeah, so we don't look like idiots.
But we got this cute little moment with Jujubee rehearsing and started flirting with the dancer. The choreographer.
The choreographer?
I'm like, Jujubee.
Go ahead, girl. Everybody needs them some chocolate in their lap.
And it's very clear the delusion is still on BAGA. Now, I'm going to coincide of this. With next week being a rusical, who do you think will be in the bottom? Because I have thoughts.
That's a lot of people.
There's only like 2 off the top of my head who I think could be in the bottom on a rusical.
At the top or at the bottom?
Bottom. I ain't worried about who winning. I'm talking about bottom. Because if you ask me, I think Jimbo is in trouble next week.
Yeah.
I think Bag of Chips is in trouble next week.
Yeah. Because
Bag of Chips is not the best dancer.
The
rest of them I feel like could do decent enough. But the 2 that I'm worried about is Jimbo and Bag of Chips. And if Bag of Chips is this annoying, bump the whole strategy at this point. Let me be there. Girl, Bag of gotta go. At this point, I would be sick of it. I don't even care about strategic. Jimbo, you can Bag of, get out of here. Girl, you get on my nerve. You was getting on my nerve. But we gotta see how it rolls, honey. We gotta see how it rolls. But let's check our top fours real quick. You had Pangina Heels, Jimbo, Mohawk, and Jujubee. So congratulations. All your people are still there.
Yay!
I had Mo, Jujubee, Pangina, and Bag of Chips. Although Bag of Chips is getting on my nerves. And if she does go home, I wouldn't say a word. Be like, bye girl. Bye. Thank you for coming.
Said I would not be mad.
Hallelujah. But yeah, so far both of our top fours are still intact, so I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I think it's time for us to go ahead and wrap things up here before we get up out of here. I need to remind you to hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Do you agree, disagree, somewhat agree, don't agree at all? You think we're crazy? Just don't be rude.
Don't be mean.
We are open to having a conversation in the comments.
That part.
Just don't be rude. Please
don't be rude.
Because you don't understand I'm petty.
He is.
And our platform ain't big enough so I can still be petty.
That part. And we can always delete it later.
Try me. Okay.
Make it private.
Make it private.
Make it private.
But yes, honey, later this week we will have our RuPaul's Drag Race season 14 review. We'll also be reviewing the first week of competition with Celebrity Big Brother.
There you go.
Have you watched any of the episodes yet? I haven't.
No, I have not.
I have to watch.
We had our friends review on it.
Yeah, like I have to watch. We'll probably do a review probably this weekend over the first competitive week.
Yeah.
We're going to do a competitive week at a time because there's like 3-4 episodes in 1 week. We're just going to touch on the highlights and who we think is doing well in the competition, et cetera, et cetera. Then, of course, our Drag Race season 14 review will be up on Saturday. Depending on how we're feeling, it might be Saturday afternoon or it might be Saturday night. Depending on how we're feeling, honey.
Right. All I can say is whatever's supposed to happen on the 26th is more than likely going to be late because I stupidly volunteered for something and I have to be up at 6 a.m.
Oh, well, honey, in that case, we'll probably just end up doing it on that Sunday. But anyway, go ahead, leave that like, comment, and subscribe. We don't get up out of here because I don't know about her. I'm ready to get in bed.
I'm tired.
Like, I already ate, showered. I've done everything. I just need to go to bed. So, LaCresha, where can they find you on the medias that are social?
They can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CreshaMcGill on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bub, mama. But if I'm not there, which let's be real, we're still in the. I'm not there. But you can find me on social medias at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all later. Bye.